Is this the camera?
This your camera right here. Talk to them.
You can remove
literally,
virtually everything from your credit report. Bankruptcies. If you're in check systems, you can get out of check systems. So if you can't open up a bank account, there's a route to follow or a dispute strategy to follow to get out of check systems so that you can get back and open up bank accounts again. You can remove student loans. Now, caveat, if you remove the student loans, that does not remove your obligation to have to pay the debt.
There you go. Very important.
But if you go the consumer law route, you can kind of delve deeper into that. But a lot of times our objective is just to get that, remove it from our credit report, so that we can go and move forward and get the funding or go get that home or that vehicle that you're looking to get. So you just really got to understand the mindset that you have to have and how to maneuver with leveraging credit. And that's where the education part is very, very important in having that credit fixer mindset. That goes into the mind of how to, look at credit, understand it, and how to leverage it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Marvin Francois Show, your number one source for all things business, finance, and investing. And today is a very special day because we have a lot of special guests come on here, ladies and gentlemen. But today, special may be an understatement because we have the one, the only, the owner, founder, and creator of one of the best softwares in the credit space today. I'm here with Kabir Muhammad, owner of Credit Fixer. What's going on, brother? How are you?
Man, it's an honor. I'm great, man.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Happy to have you. And I'm happy to have all of y'all. And y'all already know the drill. Before we get started, make sure you take a second, take a minute, take an hour out of your day right here, right now to just go ahead and show this episode some love. But without further ado, let's get rocking and rolling, man. How are you, brother?
I'm good, bro.
Man, listen, this has been a year in the making.
Yeah.
I'm happy to have you.
Yeah.
Me being in the credit space, I said, listen, I want to bring somebody on that's not just a heavy hitter, but that's making waves. That's really making an impact, and that's literally changing the game with something I know I've never seen before.
Come on.
I know a lot of people that's watching this episode have never seen before.
Come on.
And we're going to come in, we're going to bring the fire today. You ready?
I'm ready.
You ready?
Come on, man.
Now listen, I'm all about providing value, but at the same time, there are some people who are watching this who may not necessarily know who you are. So before we get started, just take a second to introduce yourself. Let the people know who you are, where you're from, what you do, and how you got your start.
Okay, dope. Yeah. So I'm Kabir Muhammad. I'm the creator and founder of Credit Fixer. Man, I'm a father. I'm a husband. I'm a man on a mission. I'm looking to impact the world of credit. For consumers as well as business. But I'm really looking forward to impacting consumers and empowering consumers.
Beautiful, beautifully said. So let's dive a little bit more into that, right? Obviously, I'm an entrepreneur. You're an entrepreneur, and I want to get into the nitty gritty of what you do and what Credit Fixer is. But let's talk a little bit about how you even got into entrepreneurship in the first place. What was your personal introduction into entrepreneurship?
Man, I think it really starts back, growing up in where I'm from in Compton. My dad actually introduced me to a lot of different books growing up, like Think and Grow Rich, Robert Kiyosaki's books. Everybody knows about those.
Right.
But as I got older, I remember my first, time getting acclimated to like entrepreneurship. I went to a conference, a Ty Lopez conference in Los Angeles in 2016.
Beautiful.
And, interesting fact, I ran into Neo back then. He was working for
Nehemiah Davis. Shout out.
Yeah. He ran into, he was working for Eric Thomas at the time.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, So I went there and I met a lot of young entrepreneurs. And it really inspired me to know that, hey, man, I can do this. At the time, I was a software engineer working for Boeing at the time. And, I was up there, man. I was doing my thing in that company.
Got you. So to go from software engineer and transition into entrepreneurship, that's tough because there's a lot of people, and I'm sure there were probably a lot of people at the time when you were looking to make that transition.
Yeah.
Right. Because, listen, man, software engineer at a big company like Boeing, you icy, you chilling, right?
Oh, yeah.
What did you see that made you go, nah, I'm going to go ahead and take this next step to go over here? Because this game of entrepreneurship is not an easy one, right? So what did you see on your end that made you want to take that leap?
Man, when you really get higher up into, into some of these, companies, you kind of see how things, work, the inner workings,
right.
And you see like a lot of times these are just nothing but titles, And for me, like once I started looking at the business aspect of, working for these companies, I realized like, man, I could do that. It's not difficult. They make it seem like, you get these degrees and you get these quote unquote good jobs and, that's the end all be all. But once you get in there, you see the inner workings. Like for me, I was working under a guy named Ted Cobra. He's the CTO at the time for Boeing. I actually got, selected to move to Chicago. They had moved their like primary location to Chicago and they brought like the best of, Boeing.
Right.
And I got to learn a lot from him. And, I was maybe like 3, levels below him. And, man, it was dope, man. It's crazy because I look back and I was making like $17,000 a month.
Crazy.
Crazy. But, that's a whole nother story. But
Right.
hopefully I'm answering this question. But, man, I just realized that, it's deeper than that. And I always wanted to do something for myself.
Right.
I was always taught by my dad, hey, do for self.
Right.
Because there's going to come a time when they're not going to have enough jobs for everybody.
Right.
But if you want to, have something of your own, just solve problems.
There you go.
You want to create a business, solve problems. And that's what I'm doing with Credit Fix. I'm trying to solve a big problem.
And we're gonna tap right into that because brother, I'm excited is an understatement for what we about to get into when it comes to, because we about to make history here on TMFS, right? But let's dive a little bit deeper into it, right? Because like you said, you have Credit Fixer. Obviously, I come from a credit background. Majority of the audience for this podcast are people that are interested in credit on all sides, business and personal and just credit repair.
Yeah.
What exactly, I understand now, or I know now what brought you into entrepreneurship. Why the credit space, right? Because within this world of entrepreneurship, you got real estate, you got crypto, you got stocks, you got, high ticket sales, so many different things. What was it that brought you into the credit space to where you were ultimately able to come and now start Credit Fixer?
You want the long story or the short story?
We got time. Give me the story. However you see best fit.
Okay, I'm just gonna rock with it. So, around like 20, like a little bit after that Ty Lopez event, I was, really learning getting into financial literacy. I was like, man, I got to get this right. I'm making all this money. How do I manage it properly?
Right.
And credit was a big deal at the time. You know, I was looking to get another home and stuff like that. And, my credit wasn't that great, or I didn't know that I didn't have bad credit.
Right.
I just didn't have any credit. And so I was looking to get some inquiries removed. And I think I had a couple late payments on a credit card.
Gotcha.
Somehow, whatever. And I paid a guy $1,500.
Here we go. I know this story.
Man.
I know this story.
Go ahead. I paid him $1,500. I paid him $1,500 for my wife. And we didn't get the results we were looking for. Right. And so I paid someone else.
Hey, man.
So that's what, $3,000 plus another $1,500. That's, that's $4,500.
Right.
So I'm looking, I'm like, man, my boy said he fixed credit. And I was like, man, I'm looking to myself. I'm like, man, you know what? If you can do it, I can do it.
Right.
So I went and purchased some books. I'm going to say this guy's name, Corey P. Smith. That was like the first book that I looked into. Okay. And I started reading about and learning about, the credit repair space or the credit repair industry. And I learned a lot. And, I actually fixed my own credit. And so once I was able to do that, I started, working on my family's credit. You know how we always do. We want to start with the people around you because you want everybody else to be good as well.
Right.
So I started working on my, family's credit. And then I got to a point to where I was like, man, I'm tired of filling out these Word documents.
Yeah. Hey, man, come on now.
And again, this was 2016. So I didn't even know about softwares out there.
Right.
And so what I did was I took my, ingenuity, my computer science skills, my software development skills, and I created this PDF generator, and that was just it.
Right.
I was like, I just want to be able to include the documents, the names, and the accounts. I was able to create this PDF generator. That was it, and I was happy with that. And then, I just so happened to think, damn, do they have any softwares out here? And I looked, and I found some. I was like, oh, I might as well just use this.
Right.
So I started using the software, and I'm just like, damn. Excuse my language.
Yeah, it was right.
Okay. I'm good?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm like, man, this, as a software engineer, you kind of know how things should flow. User friendliness, you want to know how the UI should be. And I'm looking at them like they're making this harder than what it should be.
Right.
So I was like, you know what? Let me jump back in the lab and let me, start working on my own, software because it was just too difficult to use. I didn't like how they were going about it.
Right.
And so that was like the start of, building out Credit Fixer.
Right.
I didn't intend on it to be like a whole CRM or anything like that, but it just really grew. And to be honest with you, man, I built this thing from the ground up, literally with these hands right here.
Yeah.
And there were times where I didn't know what the heck I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest with you. There was times where, I struggled. I was like, man, I can't do this. But then after a while, I got to a point to where I was just learning as I was going, and I was like figuring it out as I was going.
Right.
And now I'm at a point to where it's like there's not even a thought, a negative thought. Anything that I want to put in Credit Fixer,
yeah,
all I do is say it and I bring it about.
Yeah.
Literally. Like there's not one thing that I can't put in Credit Fixer. We'll talk about some of those things that I'm introducing in Credit Fixer, and some of the things that are already in there, you know, as we go. But that's how Credit Fixer came about. And now I'm competing with, some of the best in the space, man. And hey, man, I got it, I got it I built it from the ground up and own everything. 100% ownership. I own it all.
Right.
There's no ceilings here.
Right.
So it's only up for Credit Fixer, and that's where I'm at with it right now.
So now we segue into the fun stuff, right? Because I know what Credit Fixer is. It's your baby, so you know what Credit Fixer is. But we want to make sure these people understand what exactly, because this is, like I said, this is not, just some cookie cutter. Like, no, we are here to make history on this episode right now, to really introduce these people to something that's going to change lives, right? For someone who's watching who doesn't know, what exactly is Credit Fixer?
Credit Fixer is...
Take your time, brother.
Credit Fixer is empowerment.
Okay.
That's how I often look at it. Credit Fixer is a platform which eventually is going to turn into a ecosystem. Because the vision that I have in mind for Credit Fixer was to empower consumers, every consumer, to fix their own credit.
Right.
Financial literacy is so important to us in this society.
Right.
And I find it. I've always found that it. Financial literacy has been very difficult for us to kind of figure out and like navigate through.
Right.
And we always seem to be at the bottom.
Right.
But it's bigger than just us. It's everyone. It's an ecosystem, and it's just starting out with credit repair, man. It's starting there in this financial literacy space, but. Credit Fixer is a platform that's going to touch so many aspects of our lives from a financial standpoint. But yeah, man, Credit Fixer is a DIY credit repair platform that empowers consumers empowers consumers with the knowledge, the tools, and the resources to fix your own credit.
Right.
Right.
Now, why that's huge is because I want people to understand something before we move forward with this episode. Credit Fixer is not a company that you hear, representing on your back. Like, no, this is something you created, right? Yeah. Like when you say that you are 100, it's 100% ownership and everything else like that. This is why I talk about making history on this episode, because this isn't something that like 80 other hands are in the pot. This is Kabir Muhammad's creation. Am I right on that?
1,000%.
There's no, venture capital that's funding this. No, this is your blood. This is your sweat. This is your tears that you took to build this platform, build this software from the ground up, to where if I'm watching this and I don't want to go and spend $1,500 for my wife and myself to get my credit fixed like you did, and I want to be able to take my credit report in my hands and fix it, I can do it through this platform. Am I right on that?
Absolutely.
You also said something else. You said that, you're looking to build this out to be an ecosystem. Talk to me a little bit more about, what's the vision that you have for this platform in the coming years as you're continuing to build this thing out?
Yeah, man. From the inception, I saw it as an ecosystem, and, fix, build. So you start fixing your credit, you build your credit.
Right.
From there, then you connect and leverage your credit. Now, that connection part is very huge, because that's why I said it's going to be an ecosystem. And, it's designed from the ground up to actually build on top of it to make it that. So I look at Credit Fixer, on, let's say, from the build stage. Let's say your credit report hits like a 680 or above. Now your credit cards will show up like, hey, you can get this credit card. But let's say on the connect stage, where you have car dealerships that can connect with you directly. You have mortgage companies that will connect with you directly.
Right.
Literally based off of that. So you can create these connections within the platform.
Right.
So, I actually started not to even, talk about some of these things, but man, I'm in the process of designing it anyways and implementing it anyways. So, if you guys hear this and you guys try to do it, that's fine, but you're not gonna be able to do it like Credit Fixer.
Credit Fixer is 101.
Yeah, 101 for sure.
Outside of the software, do you currently have because I know typically, just for this specifically, is there a Credit Fixer Facebook? Is there a Credit Fixer Challenge? Is there a Credit Fixer Academy? What else do you have going on Credit Fixer wise?
I'm glad you asked. Yeah, absolutely. There's a Credit Fixer Facebook group. We currently have a Facebook group. And to that point, real quick, Facebook groups are great, but again, Credit Fixer is going to have its own platform to, like when I told you guys, you can connect with other users inside of Credit Fixer, the platform. There won't be a need for a Facebook group. But currently, yes, we do have a Facebook group. We do have a Credit Fixer Challenge as well.
And we're going to talk about that.
Yeah, we're going to get into that too. And Credit Fixer Academy. Education plays a major role in the foundation of Credit Fixer.
Right.
It's not just about getting a high credit score and then going to, get some funding and stuff like that, because you wind up finding yourself right back, fixing your credit a lot of times. The knowledge part is very, very essential to Credit Fixer, and I take that very seriously. And that's why the Academy is really, really something that I've taken my time with in developing.
Signing up with Takeoff Financial was really the best choice for me. It allowed me to take control of my life. I know that some people may think that that's really dramatic, but it's not. I feel like credit is really important, and signing up with them allowed me to understand that. I just want to say thank you, because I think that you guys have definitely allowed me to feel comfortable. You allowed me to feel liberated. You allowed me to feel that it's okay. It's okay not to have great credit, but it's not okay to stay in that situation. So thank you guys for embracing me and allowing me to have a new life.
Head over to our website at takeofffinancial.com and let's get your credit score to the moon. So now, amongst the many things that this software can do that we're going to get into in a few, because I'm telling you right now, literally as this episode is premiering, I know my audience. They're salivating, waiting for you to show them what's going on in this Credit Fixer world, my brother. Right? Amongst the many things that you and I both know the software can do, the main thing that it's created for is to help people fix their own credit for themselves, by themselves, right?
Correct.
Let's talk a little bit about that, right? Because us both being in the credit space, we know that there's so many different angles that you can take when it comes to the credit repair process.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
There's but the big three is factual, consumer law, and then Metro 2.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about that before we dive into the software. Amongst those three, because I have people that watch, from all three walks that are watching this episode right now. From your personal experience, what would you say is the best route for credit repair and why?
It's a controversial question. I gotta be careful with my words. No, but in truth, man, I'm very truthful in everything that I say. I don't think that there is a specific route that's better per se, you know, and I'll break it down. Metro 2 is new in the space right now, and I honestly do like it. I like it. Factual disputing is the tried and true way, right? And then consumer law, man, you really got to do your due diligence when you jump into that space, and you got to be
all them 15 USCs and 1681 ABEGs and hey, bro,
all of the laws, right? Yeah. So they all have their place, right? Like for example, consumer law. If you want to take that route, that you're leading yourself all the way up to arbitration potentially.
Got you.
Right. And so you got, that's the mindset that you have to have with that.
Right.
So it's a different perspective for each route. Like some people who do Metro 2. Most of the people that do Metro 2 know nothing about credit repair.
Hey.
Honestly. Yeah. They're just like, hey, it's compliance and like click a button and then it generates the letters. And in truth, that is a very, very great way to dispute. Right? Because you're disputing based off of compliance. And these are the laws that they decided together that they would agree upon and follow. Right? And so it's a great way. I'm coming off very liberal, I feel like. But in truth, I like factual disputing. And I don't think a lot of people talk bad about factual disputing, but I think that they don't truly know how to factually dispute.
And we're going to get into that.
We're going to get into that.
Right.
So I do have that as a base, but I also have Metro 2 in my system.
Come on now.
Come on now, man.
You got consumer law in here too, right?
Come on, man. Listen.
I mean, I done been in here. They ain't been in here yet. I done been in here. You got some things in here, young man. That when this episode drop, I might have to shut my channel down. There's so much damn traffic coming through this. But okay. So,
that's for sure.
But listen, the reason why I asked that is just because, and once again, we're both in the credit space, so we hear all the rumblings and talking and things of that nature. You know, there's always been a lot of controversy when it's come to credit repair, when it comes to what can and can't be removed from a credit report, right? You know, you have people that say things like, you know, bankruptcy, things like child support, things like student loans can't be deleted from a credit report based on their experience when it comes to credit repair. You've been on both sides of the coin. You've been on the side of the coin where you yourself were fixing your credit to where now you have your own software that's built for this and beyond.
Right.
Based on your experience, your knowledge, and your expertise, for those people that would say things like, when it comes to heavy accounts like bankruptcy, child support, and student loans, those things can't be deleted from a credit report. What would you say to them?
Oh, man. You can pretty much get everything off your credit report.
Say that again, but say it slow. Say that again and say it slow. I don't think they're.
Is this the camera?
This your camera right here. Talk to them.
You can remove literally, virtually everything from your credit report. Bankruptcies. If you're in check systems, you can get out of check systems. So if you can't open up a bank account, there's a route to follow or a dispute strategy to follow to get out of check systems so that you can get back and open up bank accounts again. You can remove student loans. Now, caveat, if you remove the student loans, that does not remove your obligation to have to pay the debt.
There you go. Very important.
But if you go the consumer law route, you can kind of delve deeper into that. But, a lot of times our objective is just to get that, remove it from our credit report so that we can go and move forward and, get the funding or go get that home or that vehicle that you're looking to get. So you just really got to understand the mindset that you have to have and how to maneuver with leveraging credit. And that's where the education part is very, very important in having that credit fixer mindset. That goes into the mind of how to, look at credit, understand it, and how to leverage it.
There you go. So listen, man, we've said a lot of great things so far, but you know why you're here. I know why you're here. They know why you're here. Can we dive into this software? Is it okay with you? Can we talk about this program? Can we talk about this platform?
Let's do it.
Let's dive right into it, man. Because I want to show the people what's going on here. Because when you took time to introduce me to this platform, brother, I said it on a Zoom call. I almost broke my damn laptop, brother.
Yeah, you told me.
I said you show me something else. The Zoom call gonna end very quickly. So I want to show this to the people because I'm all about providing value and I'm all about giving people all the tools to remove all the excuses. I want people to be able to walk away from this episode and say, I have no excuses now.
No doubt.
Why my credit report shouldn't be 100% clean. And I want you to break down the game for them step by step. So whenever you're ready, the floor is yours, my brother. Go ahead.
Okay, man, let's do it. All right. So
before we get rocking, Josh, we good? There we go. All right, let's go.
Josh.
Let's go.
All right, cool. Hey, shout out to Josh, by the way.
The greatest producer on earth, ladies and gentlemen. Come on now.
Man. All right, so listen. So we're going to log in, and what I'm going to do is, by the way, Credit Fixer does have a business side as well.
And we gonna get
I know
into that.
we was heavy on the consumer side, but Credit Fixer, we have Credit Fixer Business. We also have Credit Fixer Family. In fact, let me go back.
Come on now. So walk them through, of course. So right now, what we're seeing right here is what's on screen. So talk to them about what we're seeing right now. So this is the official homepage for Credit Fixer.
Correct.
Got you.
This is the official homepage for Credit Fixer. Couple of features here. You have Credit Fixer Self, Family, Business. And that was the vision, to start with yourself, empower yourself, empower your family. And then ultimately, if you decide you want to start a credit repair company or, something like that, or a consulting company with credit, then you can start Credit Fixer Business.
So now that we're here on the homepage, scroll down for me a little bit. What is the difference between self, family, and business? How each of those packages work?
That's a great question.
Come on
so
now.
Self and family are essentially similar, right?
Okay.
However, with family, it's almost like a phone plan. Nobody's doing this, right?
Come on, man.
Let me say that first of all. Nobody's adding like a phone plan feature in credit. So essentially, you can add up to three friends or family to your plan, your family plan,
right?
And they can also fix their own credit. Come on, man.
We didn't even log in.
Come on, man.
We didn't even log in.
And it's very affordable.
And that's another thing that I was going to say too, because I want to make sure that what I'm seeing on screen is clear here. If I'm trying to fix my own credit for myself through this platform, I only have to pay $50 a month. I want to make sure that's what it say on the screen.
$50 a month.
And if I want to take care of my entire family, right, of three other individuals, including myself, it's only $100 a month.
Come on.
Go ahead, brother.
Come on, man.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead,
You know,
brother.
man, it's all about empowerment, man. A lot of people, they focus so much on, taking from people rather than giving.
Right.
And, if I could give this for free, I would. In fact, at some point, I'm going to have a pay what you want feature.
Come on now.
Man, listen. You're dealing with somebody that's not, that's truly for people and truly for empowering consumers and just bringing that great energy back,
right.
man.
100%. So self is for if I'm trying to fix my own credit. Family is if I'm trying to fix my credit along with have my at least up to 3 other family members fix their own credit. And business is if I'm trying to start my own credit repair company.
Right.
To go ahead and start servicing other people as well. Just to make sure I'm clear on that.
That's correct.
Keep going. Go ahead.
Yep. So let's jump into it. I know the people want to know. Like,
let's go.
All right, so I'm gonna sign in, and this is actually a family plan.
Okay, got you.
All right, so this is the dashboard for Credit Fixer. Now you have a couple little boxes here on the screen, and so you got your credit monitoring, credit scores, disputes. Now the first thing you want to do when you come into Credit Fixer is you want to input your personal information. Right,
okay.
That's your name. Name. Let me delete that.
Okay.
Well, now that we're here, that's perfect. Name, your ID.
Got you.
Right? Like that. Save that. I got Jamie Foxx in here.
Okay.
So all that information is there. So you got your driver's license, social security card. Now, these, if you don't know, these items are necessary for the credit reporting agencies or the creditors or a collection agency. Well, not the collection agency. You don't want to give them your personal information. Right. They should already have it if they're sending collections. But let me stay on point.
Right.
This is essential for them to validate who you are. Okay? So that's actually required.
Now, my first question is, do I need all 3 or do I only need 2 of the 3 when I'm going into the repair process?
You only need 2 of the 3. And you need an address verification and a driver's license.
Got you.
Right? So, but you can use your social.
Got you.
Right?
Got you. Okay.
All right. So once you do that, that's step 1. That's complete. You'll never have to input your personal information in the dispute letters. You don't have to type anything in. It's going to automatically be injected into your dispute letters.
Got you.
All right. The next thing you want to do is you want to pull in that credit report. Now, with Credit Fixer, you have a couple options. You can get your credit report from Smart Credit, My Free Score Now, Identity IQ, or My Score IQ.
Got you.
Okay. I already have a credit report in here. It's already uploaded. Now, what happens once you do that, Credit Fixer's AI is actually going to do a credit analysis for you. It's going to, number 1, it's going to pull in your entire credit report. Okay. Everything from that credit report, from all 3 credit reporting agencies, right? And then it's going to conduct a credit analysis for you. So it's going to tell you exactly what's hurting your credit scores. And I'm going to show you that real quick.
Let's do it.
So you got the credit report here, like I told you guys. Right? That's your credit report, personal information, all accounts, derogatory accounts. This is a dope feature right here too. And I'm going to show you guys real quick. So you see these violations right here? These are actual violations on this credit report.
So now stop. Just take a second. Hold on, brother. Hold on. Because I want to make sure that you break this thing down for them slow so they really understand what they see on screen.
Okay.
So you imported the credit report. The credit report is shown on screen, right?
Correct.
Now you just pulled up one of the accounts that's on this credit report.
That's correct.
Now, with the Credit Fixer software, we all know that, I forget what the exact number is, but most credit reports have some type of inaccuracy or violation that's taking place on them, right?
Yep.
With the Credit Fixer software, not only is it showing me what's on my credit report, I want to make sure I'm understanding you correctly.
Yeah.
But it shows me the violations that are taking place on the individual accounts on my credit report. That's what I'm seeing on the screen right now.
That's exactly what you see.
Put it over one of the violations so I can see.
So you hover over this one. This is a collection account.
So boom, that's one violation. Past due showing on a collection. Let me see. Put it over something else.
Okay, date of last payment. This is very important, actually.
It stipulates when your account is going to fall off. If the CRAs are reporting 3 different dates, it is actually going to fall off on 3 different dates. That is not good. So essentially, why this is important for us as consumers is because this is ammunition that we can now use going into our disputes. And this is, keep going. I just want to make sure.
Come on, Marvin.
Come on, brother.
Come on, Marvin.
Come on, keep going.
You know this all too well, bro. So yeah, so these are, so essentially you got 1, 2, 3 violations. So this also ties into factual disputing.
Okay.
See, in fact, these are factual reasons that you can use to get these items removed from your credit report.
Right.
Now, one tip, when you factually disputing, you don't point out all the violations because you give them all the ammo.
Okay.
At once. No, you want a bullet for every, you want a round. These are 4 rounds right here. that you could potentially use.
Got you.
Right?
Got you. Yeah.
And, yeah. So, all right. So just wanted to point that out. So the software automatically finds the violations on your credit report. So if you don't know how to read a credit report, it's going to tell you the violations.
Got you.
Okay. Okay, so it shows you like all your derogatory. It breaks it down. If you have public records, it'll show you that. If you have any late payments, it'll show you that as well. Increase. Okay. All right. Now let's go to that credit analysis I was telling you guys about.
Let's do it.
So you click on that. It's going to have the breakdown right here on the next tab. It's going to show you all the derogatory accounts that you want that's hurting your credit scores.
Got you.
Okay. So there you go. So now that we're done with that phase, we go back to the dashboard. Now I want to point something out. Like on your dashboard, you have the dispute letter tracker.
Okay.
Now this tracks all of your disputes. Any dispute that you generate, you track it here. Okay. Now this is good because keeping track of all your documentation is very essential, especially if you plan on going all the way up to arbitration, right? And you can upload your documents. Say for instance, you send certified mail. There's an upload feature, so you don't have to keep those things all around your house. You can just take a snapshot of it, upload it, so you know, like, hey, I sent this on this date. You got proof. This is where you store all your proof, so you don't have to keep hard copies everywhere.
Got you. Got you.
So you can upload it right there. You can view your letter, and we'll talk about this in a moment. You can view your dispute letter.
Okay.
You can edit it. You can download it. You can send it certified mail.
So you can send certified through the software as well.
Exactly.
Beautiful. Wait, hold on. Go back to the I feature.
Yep.
So all those things that are circled, those are the what is that that's circled on the screen right
So
there?
this is a Metro 2 letter right here.
Okay, got you. Beautiful.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Okay.
And why is faxing important? Because I know now my question to you is, number one, why is faxing important in the dispute process? And then my second question to that is, based off your experience, do we mail and fax, or can it be a situation where we only are faxing our dispute letters?
So the way to look at it from my system is that you have all these options. Like sometimes there's some people who just fax. There's some people who just send certified mail. A lot of people, they resort to just downloading and taking to the local post office and mailing them out themselves.
Gotcha.
Okay. But these are, in Credit Fixer, I just provide the options for you.
Got you.
So it's not required to do all of these. You can just choose one, or you can do all three if you want.
Whatever works for you.
Whatever works for you.
Got you.
The options are there.
Got you.
All right. Let's go here. Let's do this. So, all right, and I'll talk more about this in as we go on.
Beautiful.
Now, before I jump into this, let's go to family. Before I jump into disputing. Okay, so the way you add family members in the system is you would just provide the family name. Well, number one, you would create a family name.
Gotcha.
You know, for me, it's 850 family.
Gotcha.
It's right here, as you can see right there.
850 family.
Head of the family is Jamie Fox. That's the account holder. If I want to add a family member like Marvin, Marvin Neff at Gmail.
Let me tell you something. If I'm a part of Jamie Foxx's family, this podcast is going to get a very beautiful upgrade, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, so you just add them, and then you send the invite.
Okay.
And that invite, boom, it's sent to them. They should receive it in their mail. Family invite.
And that's the email that I would get if I'm invited.
Yep. Jamie Foxx has invited you to join the 850 family. Credit Fixer families allow you to fix your credit along with your friends and family. Blah, blah. If they don't have an account, they create the account first. Once they create the account, then they'll come back and then they'll accept.
And then from there, I'll have my own Credit Fixer account so I can
have
go
your own dashboard.
So I can go in and start working on my own credit.
Exactly.
Got you.
You have your own dashboard that looks literally just like this, and you just go about it yourself.
Got you.
Yep.
Beautiful.
So that's how that works. Let's jump into the dispute center. Let's get into the good stuff.
This is where it's starting to get fun.
Yeah. All right. So this is the dispute center right here. Now, it lists all the accounts, both positive and negative.
Okay.
So it also has your public records if you have any, data furnishers. Now, these are secondary bureaus.
Talk a little bit about that for those who are watching who don't know. What exactly is a data furnisher, and why is it important to the dispute process?
Good question. Okay, so data furnishers are essentially credit reporting agencies as well. But the way that they work in this whole grand scheme of things, they actually collect information on consumers in various, for various different, I guess, how can I say, like
different spaces,
right? Mm-hmm. So you got like check systems. They collect all banking, right? You got RealPage, that's tenant screening. Mm-hmm. So if you have any evictions, they keep track of all that type of information. So let's say, for instance, you go apply for an apartment, and what the apartment does, they purchase that information from, let's say, RealPage in this case, and they want to find out, like, hey, does this person have evictions?
Gotcha.
And that's how that works. And so you have these different, industries where last one is NCTUE. Let's say it's utilities. So T-Mobile bills, Sprint bills, gas bills. If you fall short on those, you got collections in that. That's who they pay to get that information from.
Gotcha.
Okay. But the beauty about this is that that's your personal information. You never got into a contract or allowed them to actually collect this information on you.
Right.
So what Congress allows you to do is place a security freeze on that information. You can say, hey, I don't want you reporting anything about me to anyone. Don't share any of my information.
Right.
So you can place a security freeze, meaning blocking that information from being sold or shared.
I'll smack this mic down right now. You keep talking like this. I'll smack this mic down right now. You keep going.
And because they are also credit reporting agencies as well, technically, you can also dispute with them.
Got you.
Exactly.
And I'm able to do that through Credit Fixer.
Man, I'm about to show you
right
now. I'm going to show you how to do this. And it's so, remember I told you about UI and how it should be user-friendly and simple and fast?
Right.
I'm going to show you real quick.
Walk me through a dispute with this credit. Now, this is the same credit report you showed us in the beginning.
Correct.
Walk us through the dispute.
Okay, so I'm going to do this is called like a pre-dispute, right?
Okay.
You're going to freeze these secondary bureaus before you do any disputing with the credit reporting agencies or creditors, right?
Gotcha.
So you freeze this information so that they can't verify with the credit reporting agencies. But the cool thing about this is that you just select them all, go to disputes. Now you're in disputes, right? Now I have a couple tabs. Data furnishers tab, furnishers and debt collectors, credit bureaus, Metro 2, consumer law, arbitration.
Okay.
Now, because these are data furnishers, we want to place a security freeze. We're going to click here.
By the way, this is clean. Like the imagery and everything else like that, this is very, very clean. So once again, user-friendly. Go ahead, young man.
Thank you. So it's already automatically, remember your personal information is in there.
This is ridiculous.
Everything, right? But check this out. You can purchase spins. So I added some AI in here.
So now time out. What is a spin?
So a spin is basically AI that I added into the system that will basically switch up the language in the dispute letter so that it's not the same.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Now I'll say this: like for security freeze attack, you don't need to spin it up.
So that's more so for like the dispute letter.
Right. That's going to credit reporting agencies because they have a system called eOscar, and we'll get into that once we start disputing with the credit bureaus.
Gotcha.
But in this case, we're disputing with the data furnishers or placing a security freeze.
Gotcha.
And watch this. Go ahead. Done.
That's it? I have to type my name. So my letter's done.
It's done.
And that's what you call a pre-dispute.
That's a pre-dispute.
So now we go on to the next phase, I'm assuming, which is the regular dispute.
Correct.
Okay, got you. But that's it. I didn't have to type nothing in. I don't got to upload nothing else.
Man, that was a couple clicks.
I could have went and got some coffee and came back. You understand? Okay, keep going.
I ain't even got to talk about it. I'm just showing you.
So show me.
So security. Now I go from disputes and I transition over to dispute letter tracker because I want to, track this.
Right.
I know where they are. They're right here. Novus, Clarity Service, LexisNexis.
Mm-hmm.
Check this out. I can go in here and I can edit it if I needed to.
Okay.
Very convenient. I can come in and change something. I can make it bold. I can change the color of it. I can do everything. My number was wrong. Okay, let me put 5, 6. Click update. I can also spin it if I wanted to. Update it. Done.
1, 2.
And
now it sits in the dispute tracker.
Dispute tracker.
Got you.
Right here. Now I can just download this.
Bang.
Hey, Jamie. And if you don't know what to do, it's going to give you some instructions on how to mail it out.
Got you.
This is your dispute letter. You can download it. We just download it, print it out, mail it out.
Go back to that first page because it's very important that explain what this first page is.
So this first page is just instructions on how to send out this letter and who to send it to.
Got you.
Okay, so don't mail this out, please.
Yeah. Got
It says do not mail, and I should probably make this bigger, and I will.
Got you.
Actually. And yeah.
Beautiful. Now my next question is, because you have the option to download and go to the post office versus mail through Credit Fixer. If I mail through Credit Fixer, does the AI set up to where that page is not going to be included?
Yes.
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh,
good.
Yeah, I thought about that.
Okay, fantastic.
All right, so again, you can mail. Let's do a certified mail. You can send it first class mail, certified mail, or certified mail plus return receipt. Right?
Got you.
You can double sided, color. So let's just send it first class. So, like that. Oh.
Got
I
you.
have my API key on this.
No, because I think you're using the beta, which is perfectly fine. You can keep going as long as it. So go ahead.
Yeah, well, it mails out. And also, by the way, you guys can, and if you don't want to do it one by one, you can select multiple.
And mail it out all at one go. And like you said, this is just the pre-dispute.
This is just pre-dispute round.
Got you.
And you just go ahead and click pay and mail. Done.
Okay. And that takes care of the pre-dispute.
That takes care of the pre-dispute. Now let's go back to Dispute Center right here. Let's select a few more accounts.
Let's do it.
So I'm going to select this. And notice that the software is smart enough to know that the account's not being reported to TransUnion Experian.
Right.
Also, remember that view shows the violations as well.
Right
so
there.
you know which you can use as a violation.
Got you.
Another cool thing that I did was you can add your custom dispute reason, or you can select from the 150 dispute reasons that are already preloaded.
How many reasons? I got 100. I want to make sure I heard. You said 15?
150.
35. That's what you said.
172.
72.
And 35. 150, excuse me.
Yeah, 150.
150.
Different reasons.
Go
ahead, brother. I didn't want to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Come on now. So here we go. So violation, past due showing in the collection. You can literally just write that here, or you can find it here. Have something similar to that, past due.
This is ridiculous, bro. Look at this.
Notify your reporting past, payments. Okay, space that out, and just choose that reason. Another thing I want to point out, like notice that this account is, I'm only selecting this account to be to dispute with the bureaus, right? I'm gonna select them here. Let me just select any reason right here, just for the sake of time. But if I wanted to dispute directly with the creditor, I have to select this, check this box here as well.
Gotcha.
Right, and then I just find the creditor, JP, right here.
So now that is also going to pull the information from that credit, like their address and things like that as well to put. Okay, I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure.
Sir.
I just want to make sure. Go ahead.
Yep. So check that. But also check it up here. See the accounts I selected, one creditor, 6 dated furnishers. Now while we're here, let's just go ahead and select our filter. Let's select permissible purpose for these. I use permissible purpose.
For the inquiries or for
inquiries.
Gotcha.
And EMS, permissible purpose, first text.
So now my question is, for the inquiries and for the account, like what you're doing right now, is there a way to do that in bulk? Like where I can click something and it just puts the same reason and the same thing in all the boxes, or I have to do it one by one?
You gotta do it one by one, but I will add that though.
Come on now.
Come on, man.
Come on now. Okay.
Just gonna select some reason. Okay, so now I got 5 selected inquiries. Boom. Oh yeah, let me point this out. So you have credit bureaus. Now, if you're disputing directly with the credit bureaus, this is the tab that you go to.
Okay.
This one, as well as Metro 2, these are the 2 tabs that deal directly with the credit bureaus. These are all the dispute strategies and dispute letters for credit bureaus.
Gotcha.
Okay. Now, these are general dispute letters. You got your opt-out of pre-screen attack, personal information, update letter, fail to respond to dispute, stall tactic letter. eOscar sends you a verify letter. This is a response you can use. Method of verification. You guys can go through them, right? Now, let's go ahead and you got collections, late payments, bankruptcy dispute flow.
So you have different dispute flows for different types of accounts within here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, beautiful.
Oh, yeah. Man, I'm gonna
take it, brother. The floor is yours. Take your time. I'm here.
I mean, let me take my time.
Go ahead.
All right. So, go ahead and click collections, right? Because we had a couple collections that we selected.
Got you.
Notice that only Experian and Equifax is showing up right here.
Okay.
TransUnion's not showing up because they're not being reported to TransUnion.
Got you.
Now,
so once again, just doing the work for us.
There you go. Right? And notice those factual dispute reasons right there. Boom. You can actually edit this here as well.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You can do anything. You can upload data. You can upload documents inside of this, and it's going to store it. Now, let me go ahead and spin this.
Now, you gave the people some insight before as to what the spin does and that it changes up the verbiage, right? Mm-hmm. Explain to them why that's important when it comes to the dispute process, because there are a lot of people who you and I know are going to get those verified letters from the credit report unit. Talk about why spinning is important in relation to that.
Okay. So the way you got to understand, credit repair and sending in dispute letters is that nobody's actually looking at these dispute letters. Mm-hmm. No one. They have a system called eOscar that's actually reading these credit reports. In fact, the systems are so what's the word? So sophisticated that when that mail comes in, nobody's even opening up the mail. They have machines that open up the mail and slide it down a
assembly line.
Literally.
Yeah.
It goes through the system. Boom, 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 boom.
Okay.
Yeah. And then it reads these. And if they see something somewhat like a template, then they're more than like generally they'll flag it, right?
Okay.
In fact, even if you don't have a template, 9 times out of 10, they might flag it.
Gotcha.
So it's like they have their little quota. But the point about fixing your credit, you do not quit. That's number one. Mm-hmm. If you get a verified letter, that's a tactic that they use to stall you out and make you quit. Mm-hmm. I don't care if they're verified 3 times. Send it in the 4th time.
Come on now.
Man, you will never get nothing removed if you quit.
Gotcha.
And that's how they know that, right? But yeah. Hopefully
that answered the question perfectly.
Okay, perfect, cool. So this is just another way that you can kind of gain more leverage above eOscar.
Gotcha.
Okay. Oh, and while I'm here talking about spin, I'm actually going to replace this with ChatGPT. Yeah, very soon. Very soon.
Probably by the time this episode drops.
Man.
Maybe. Go ahead. Keep going.
Bro.
Keep going, bro.
Yeah, man. That got me turned up.
Come on, man. Go ahead.
Yeah. All right. So that's done. Mm-hmm. Go here. You see 3 accounts are reporting to Equifax. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go ahead and just click create.
And that's it.
Done.
And now we go to the dispute tracker. Boom. Those are the letters that we just created. One to Experian, one to Equifax. Has everything we have. Boom. Mm-hmm. And then the other one that we put where's the one we put the spin on? Is that this one or the other?
It's this one right here.
Gotcha. Beautiful.
Yep.
And that's it.
That's it, man. Yep.
So now what do we do from there?
From there. So that's your first round. Mm-hmm. Okay. So we did the pre-dispute round. That's your first round. Mm-hmm. Now you want to we didn't do inquiries.
Okay, let's do it.
Go ahead and select inquiries. Remember, they already pre-selected, so
the AI already knows. Pop them up in there. Like you said, there's no TransUnion. Everything is. There's no Equifax. Experian in this regard. It's only TransUnion and Equifax.
Exactly.
So boom, it's showing there. And with the inquiry letters, we could also use the spin method as well.
Correct.
Got you.
Yep.
Got you.
And check this out. So I'm gonna create these. I know some people they use the backdate method. Mm-hmm. So if you go to round 2. Check this out. Original letter. You can set it. You can backdate it.
Come on.
Talk to me.
Look, Josh is over there. Josh ain't even a credit heavy guy. He's over here like, man, I might have to sign up for this myself. Come on, brother.
Man, so create that. Man.
And then that's it. 1, 2.
Man.
And you're done.
You're done.
Are you trying to buy a car, but finding yourself having to jump through hoops just to get approved for an auto loan with a good interest rate? Takeoff Financial can help you restore your personal credit so that your next big purchase doesn't turn into a big headache over what should be a simple process. So click the link above or below this video so that you can schedule a free consultation and see how we can simplify your finances and your life.
But now watch this, right? That was, if I'm correct, factual dispute flow.
Yep.
We talked about how there's 2 other methods that you can go when it comes to dispute, right? Can we talk Metro too?
Let's do it.
Let's talk, because that's included in the system as well, right?
Unlimited. No need to purchase GAs, or I think that's the term.
That's a GA, general tax. So I don't got to purchase no GAs.
No, sir.
Well, first off, I don't know if you want me to explain it, if you want to explain it. For those people watching who may be familiar with Metro 2, can you talk about what a GA is and why that's so huge that you don't have to pay for GAs?
Honestly, you probably can explain it better than me because I've never.
Oh, you never dibbled and dabbled?
No.
You never dibbled and dabbled?
No, I just heard about it.
Let me explain to the people. So to make a long story short, if you're listening to the episode right now, a GA is an acronym that stands for, which camera? Boom. General Attack. All right. Now, General Attack, when you're going through most Metro 2 based platforms, you have to purchase a General Attack in order for you to create a Metro 2 compliance challenge letter for your credit report. What Kabir is saying is that and I want to make sure I'm hearing you correctly, through Credit Fixer, I don't have to purchase that to create Metro 2 letters. That's what you're saying.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Now, on average, back when I was doing Metro 2, and there's no slack against Metro 2 because, it still works and it's still effective, clearly. But when I used to do Metro 2 disputes, a GA could cost anywhere from $15 to $20 per attack, right? Because in Metro 2, you don't have disputes, you have attacks. So you paying $15 to $20 per attack. You're saying I could do those very same attacks $3.99. I don't got to pay nothing beyond what I'm paying to get inside Credit Fixer. You sure about that?
That's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what
You
I'm saying.
sure?
I'm positive.
And this is your platform.
Of course. Come on, man.
Keep going. Go ahead. Show the people Metro 2. I want to make sure I'm being fair to you. Go ahead. Show the people Metro 2.
So this is the Metro 2 tab.
Okay.
Remember, we already selected our filter, all the accounts that we're going to dispute. You don't have to go and find them again.
Okay. So the same exact word. Now, I see here that you have all these different things here, and I see something that says attack guide. Walk me through what I'm seeing.
Okay, so these are different types of attacks. So all of them are Metro 2, but some of them attack certain aspects of or send an attack in a certain way, rather. Okay, so for instance, like the jackhammer. This is only going to attack the personal information in the derogatory accounts.
Okay.
It's not going to attack the inquiries.
Gotcha.
Now, if you jump over to the cement attack, all those inquiries that you select in your filter is going to attack those also. So it's very similar to the jackhammer, but it's not. But it doesn't, include the inquiries.
Got you.
All right. So that's an example.
Got you.
Like let's say forklift. This one is gonna, let's say you select 10 accounts, right? It's gonna create a Metro 2 letter for each of those. So a separate Metro 2 letter for each of those.
Crazy.
That's what it's doing. So it's just different tactics of dealing with, eOscar and sending the compliance letter in. Right?
Got you.
So you just got options, right?
Got you.
I do have an attack guide right here.
Got you. And what does the attack guide do?
Just basically gives you my perspective on how you should go about it.
Got you.
Right? Yep. Which letters to use and how to each round, which ones to send out.
Beautiful. Got you. Go ahead.
Yep. Now I'm going to add tutorial videos for each one of these as well.
Beautiful. Let's go. Come on.
Yep. And it's going to look something like this. Well, let me stay on point.
Yeah, you can stay on point.
Let me go ahead and click the jackhammer.
Let's do it.
Done.
Wait, what do you mean done? What do you mean done?
That was quick, right?
Oh, wait, no, what you mean? Bro, you didn't even move the mouse. What are you talking about? Wait, we're done? That's it?
That's it.
Show me the dispute. Let me tell you something. Wait, hold on. You just did a Metro 2 dispute just now.
Yeah.
If you click that I logo and the Metro 2 letter open up, I'm going to leave the studio. Go ahead.
Hey, man.
If you click that I logo.
Strap this man down.
If you click that I logo and the Metro 2. Scroll.
Done.
When did you do this? That was just one click and that was it.
Yeah, man.
Across all three?
Across all three, man. Like, I went in and I got the Metro 2 guide from 2021, studied it. You see all the base, what is it? Base code, header records, base segment records, base segment codes, rather. Man, I went in and studied it, and put it together.
How much did you pay to make that Metro 2 dispute just now? That you didn't have to pay to do that. You didn't have to use no GAs, nothing.
Nah, man.
One click.
Nah, man.
Bro, you didn't even keep going.
Man, I'm giving the people what they deserve.
Okay.
I'm giving the people what they deserve, and it's gonna come back in the long run, man. I'm looking at this from a long term. I got a long term mentality.
Got you.
Yeah.
So and that's it. So because we've already, like you said, the personal information, we took care of that earlier, and because we pre-selected the disputes and everything else like that, we just same dispute center. We just go over to the Metro 2 section, and then it creates these letters.
Yep.
And for anyone who's watching this who's never seen a Metro 2 dispute, this is what it looks like. This is a clear-cut Metro 2 letter. One click.
Yep.
Done and done.
And again, you can go in and edit it.
No, so now my thing is, I could go back again. Can I go back again? Let's say I used a Metro 2 dispute, but I'm like, man, I didn't want to use jackhammer. I wanted to use something different, like bulldozer. Can I go back and do that?
Go back. Let's say I want to do cement attack. Like that one. Go back to dispute tracker. Right there. Cement, jackhammer.
Open cement.
Cement.
Yo, what are we doing on this episode right now? What is going on?
Yo.
Oh my goodness. And you can edit it. Even more than this. So you can go in there and add things in. Can you spin a Metro 2 letter or no?
Not yet.
Not yet.
That's actually something I'm going to do.
Come on, right?
That's actually going to be fire.
Hey, listen, man.
But that Chat GPT is going to be so essential with it, man.
But once again, like.
Inquiries right there.
Just like that 1-2. It took 2 seconds.
2 seconds.
Maybe less than that.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And it's easy to use. It's easy to use.
Oh my God.
You feel me?
Keep going, brother. I mean to interrupt you. So that basically covers, like, there's nothing more that I need to do when it comes to Metro 2.
Nothing more.
Go back to the dispute center.
Yep.
So that's essentially everything. So I did factual. You essentially walked us through that.
Mm-hmm.
Metro 2. If I'm not familiar with Metro 2, the attack guide is essentially going to give me the breakdown of how the different attacks work, and also your kind of guidance in terms of, hey, if I believe you guys should take this route, or this route when it comes to disputes. So that's Metro. And I didn't have to pay for a GA.
No.
It took like 2 seconds for the dispute to be created.
Yep.
I can edit the dispute after it's created.
Yep. Talk to me.
And if I messed up and let's say I use jackhammer, but I wanted to use forklift, or I use forklift and I wanted to use wheelbarrow. If I use wheelbarrow and I wanted to use, what's that called? Scissor lift attack. I can go back and do that.
Come on, man.
Over and over and over and
Come
over.
on, I'm giving you peace of mind.
Come on, brother.
No fear.
So
no worry.
So we know. So we're killing multiple birds with one stone right now. You understand? Because we just covered we hit the secondary credit reporting agencies, the Innovis, the Lexus, Nexuses, the Sage Streams of the world. Mm-hmm. We got the regular credit reporting agencies, Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, and then within those agencies, right? We've tackled factual. Yep. We've tackled Metro 2. Yep. You know, there's one more left. I don't know if you know. There's one more left.
Man, this thing is packed with a lot.
There's one more left that we haven't touched, and it's right there next to Metro 2. Can we talk consumer law? Is that all right with you?
Let's talk about it.
Go over the consumer law, brother. Let's go over this consumer law. So let's say I don't want to do factual. Mm-hmm. I don't want to do Metro 2. GAs or no GAs, I don't want to do it.
Right.
I want to go consumer law. Talk to me about what I'm seeing on screen right now and how I could use this to go ahead and clean my credit report up. Walk me through it.
Okay, yeah. So consumer law. Again, another route to take, right? A lot of times when you're dealing with these debt collectors, they send you these phony, I forget what they call it, send you these letters in the mail of debt that they probably bought from, collection company or whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. They buy this debt and they try to resell it to you to pay off the debt, right? Mm-hmm. And so what you can do is you can send them a debt validation letter.
Okay.
And Credit Fixer is really simple. Mm-hmm. With the debt validation letter, it includes the cease and desist. Right. So let's say let's go with First Tech. Like for instance, like cease and desist, like clear out all my payments. And these are just some common ones that people might use.
Okay.
But notice I selected those, and it's gonna include in the cease and desist right here.
Got you.
So you can give your reasons. You can type it in if you want.
Is reasons and remedies the same thing?
Yeah, I mean it's basically like what's your remedy? Like what do you want? Like done.
Got you. Okay,
yeah.
Got you.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's some of the lingo that's used in consumer law. Mm-hmm. Forgive me, I'm not as versed in it.
Right. Listen, brother, you created this. You forgiven. You created this. You're forgiven.
That's fair.
You're forgiven.
Fair enough.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and click that one.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the dopest letters I think it's one of the dopest letters in this system.
Let's do it.
Is this affidavit of truth letter.
Okay, talk to me about the affidavit.
Man, I'm gonna show you. Now this affidavit.
First off, what if I don't know if I'm, because like I said, I want people to get I want people to be upset that they got this video for free.
Word.
I want to repeat what I just said. I want people to be upset that I'm putting this out for free.
Word.
I need you to understand what I'm saying to you. What is an affidavit of truth? Explain that to me.
So an affidavit of truth is a legal document that basically lets the opposition know, like, and also any legal, people involved know, like, hey, this is for the record of what took place. This is what transpired. Mm-hmm. Now I'm gonna get this notarized, and like affidavit has to be, the only time you can counter an affidavit is with another affidavit.
Gotcha.
Otherwise, and if you don't, counter it, then it stands as true.
Gotcha.
So truth. So if you, like, for instance, you get notices in the mail, and if you ignore those notices, then you acquiesce to, agreeing to it.
Gotcha.
Gotcha. So that's kind of how affidavits work. And so in credit repair, like, hey, you basically lay down the facts and say, hey, this is what happened, and they have to counter that with another affidavit, right?
There you go.
So a dope thing that I did was I went in and I got the laws.
Come on.
So
now.
These are coming.
You got the 1681 EB, the elemental P. You got all of them.
Come on, man. You know your laws. You just find them in here. Boom. It's going to automatically
Crazy.
populate. Now, for all those who are familiar with an affidavit, it has to be true to you. So these are really just stubs, but it's pointing out the laws, right? So if they violated you in that manner, you can just go find it. Like if it's a collection or a creditor, they're regulated by the FDCPA.
Yeah.
Fair Debt Collections Practices Act.
Correct.
So you find out how they violated you here, right? You find it, you can look it up, search it. They're all here. Graham Leach Bailey, also here. Tila.
And I could just wham,
Yep.
oh my God.
So it makes creating an affidavit
quick, easy, efficient, and effective.
That part.
Come on now.
Come on. So it's in there. You go in here again, you can edit, put the company name there. Boom. Done. Jurat is in here also. Click create.
And that's it.
That's it. But since we on this,
come on now.
I gotta talk about the invoice generator.
I know what the invoice generator is. They don't know what the invoice generator, and this is going to make somebody close their laptop. It made me close my laptop. This is gonna make somebody throw a phone, smack somebody. This is gonna make somebody hot. Go ahead, show them what the invoice generator is.
So along with sending in that affidavit, you can go a step further and say, hey, I know I got you by the balls, so I'm gonna send you this invoice because I want you to go ahead and pay this up front. So don't even worry about trying to counter this. Here's an invoice. Here's that. Send me my check. And here I'm gonna show you how to generate that. Where did I put that? Credit Fixer Tools, invoice generator. Go in here, click create. Find what was it? First tag. Where you at? Did I pass it? Let's just select anyone. All right. Go ahead and let's find how you were violated.
So the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act.
Yep, click that.
And it has all the laws. Yo, what do we do?
I don't find it. How much it? 1,000. Twice. Want to add another one. Oh, you also violated me this way. Okay, so I'm gonna tax you right here on this one. Put 5,000. That's only one time. So you call me. Let's say you called me like 10 times. Go here. That's a violation. I forget the.
You can just plug anything.
Yeah, plug anything. Say 1,000 for each, and it was 10. Boom. Go ahead and click that. Save.
Now the invoice, does it go into the dispute tracker as well, or does it go somewhere else?
No, it stores in the invoice list.
Okay, so there's an invoice list, and here's where we would download it, pull it up. We can go back and edit it if need be. And we can essentially almost send this out like a dispute almost. Or do we attach this to the affidavit?
You put it all in your packet and just send that out to them.
Heavenly Father.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, man.
And that's go back to the dispute center for the consumer law side.
For sure. And I haven't even added all the rest of them. That was
going to be my next question. I know because consumer law, you and I both know this, it's so multi-layered, man. It gets deep. I know these are like the 3 pillars within it. Debt validation, cease and desist, affidavit of truth. What other? And this now leads to an even bigger question, because you kind of hinted it a couple of times as we navigated through this through the software. And we're going to talk about arbitration in a second. What are some of the other things within consumer law that you're looking to add on, and just in general with the software that you're looking to add on as well?
Ask that again.
So when it comes to different things that we can expect to be added on, because this episode is going to be out forever, but I'm talking about right here and now at the day of it's being recorded. With the consumer law side, what else are you looking to add to that, right? And then also just to the software and the platform as a whole that you're also looking to add in the near future.
Yeah, the consumer law side, honestly, I put a pause on consumer law side. So like my focus is more so on arbitration.
Got you. So let's go over to the arbitration then. Let's talk first off, for those who don't know what exactly arbitration is and what you're looking to do here, because I see something there that says coming soon. Talk a little bit about that and talk a little bit about what arbitration is for those who don't know.
Yeah, so arbitration is essentially a way in which you're in a way suing debt collectors or creditors or companies who violated you, or and you're trying to collect on that, right?
Gotcha.
And so you arbitrate, and a lot of times that's outside of court, and so it's a question. I mean, the term is arbitration. So you negotiate and figure out how you're going to solve this, and a lot of times like you arbitrate and you're suing debt collectors.
Gotcha.
So you can do this. You don't need a lawyer to do that.
So through credit, you're essentially going to build out a program where through Credit Fixer, I'd be able to sue. I don't got to go pay a lawyer $3,000.
No.
I could just pay Credit Fixer $50 a month and then do it on my own.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, man, that's on the come up. That's I'm courting a couple people who arbitrate because I don't have the knowledge. And one thing about me, man, if I don't have it, I'm gonna find the people who do know it, and do it right. So it's a stub right now, but it's coming soon, very soon.
Now, another thing as well, going back to the affidavit of truth, if I remember correctly, when it comes to an affidavit of truth, you have to get don't you have to get that notarized?
Oh, yes.
So now talk to me a little bit about that, because when it comes to the notarization side of the affidavit of truth, how could I go about handling that? Is there something in Credit Fixer where I can do that, or do I have to print that out and then go to a notary in person?
Currently, you do have to print it out, but I'm glad you brought that up because I'm having a virtual notary inside of Credit Fixer.
Say that again. I want to make
There's
sure.
going to be a virtual notary inside of Credit Fixer. So essentially,
look at Josh. Bro, this is ridiculous.
They'll be able to.
Bro, watch 2 years from now. You can cook a homemade meal from Credit Fixer. I promise you.
I'm working on that. That's exactly what
like, bro, what are we doing? Go ahead, Go ahead.
So that notary will be able to access this letter right here, download it, notarize it live with you
on the platform,
and upload it, and you just download it and take it to you, or send it directly from the system once it's notarized.
This got to be illegal. This is in one of the 50 states. There's no way this much value is it.
Hey, they can't stop me. I told you, there's no ceilings.
Bro, what do we do? Okay, so that okay. I want to make sure we stay on track because I want to unpack this thing as much as possible.
Yeah.
we talked about the 3 pillars of the credit repair, right? And consumer law, factual, Metro 2. You kind of gave some insight as well as to just some different things that you have on the horizon. The notary thing is ridiculous. The invoice, I mean, bro, that in and of itself is crazy as well. I'm throwing my eyes on a platform here. Talk to me a little bit about the trade lines as well, because I see that in the upper corner. Talk to me about that.
Didn't tap on that.
Come on, bro. I ain't gonna let you leave here until we done turn Credit Fixer inside out.
Wow, man.
So talk to me about this.
Trade lines. This is the start of the build phase.
Okay.
Right. These are trade lines right now. We haven't even jumped into funding. Right. But these are trade lines to help you structure your credit report. And you have, pretty much endless amount of trade lines.
Okay.
Now these trade lines are actually dynamic. I have an API that I tapped in with, and you got trade lines upwards to 60,000. Right. And they these are coming in daily. Right. So you have options. It's real simple. You can add them to your cart. View cart. They're in there. Place order. Put your personal information in there. Upload the documents necessary.
Crazy.
Upload. Sign the contract. Scroll down. Accept. Go to billing. If you have a security freeze, you want to remove that. Show you how to remove it. I mean, if you have a security freeze on your account, because that you will not be able to access trade line or fraud alerts. You got to remove that, right?
Gotcha.
Go here, like this, saying, enter your card information.
And then boom, you just purchase trade line. That's
purchase your trade lines. They're there for 2 to 3 months.
Yo, what are you trying to do here right now? What are you trying to do here right now?
Man, I'm a man on a mission looking to impact the culture.
Okay.
Of credit repair.
Okay. Now mind you, because there's one part left that we haven't discussed yet. This is self/family.
Oh my God. Damn.
I can't let you leave here without us talking about. Can we talk about the business side of things real quick, just to give? Because I know most people are DIYers, but we still want to. Once again, we want to unpack this thing all the way. Let's talk a little bit about the business side, just to give people some insight as to how that works. Talk to me about that.
So I just logged into the business side of things. Wow.
First off, once again, explain who the business side is for, what the business side does, and then from there we can go.
Yeah. So the business side is for people who have credit repair companies or looking to jump into, starting their credit repair company and fix credit for their clients.
Got you.
Right. So again, there's a quick little setup. You have put your logo, company address. Here's a contract. This is a foolproof contract. You can actually, change it if you want to.
Right.
And you can reset it to default. But you put your consultation fee, service fee, and it gets included in here.
Gotcha.
And when your users sign up, this one is heavy, bro.
Talk to me, man.
Okay. So when your users sign up, they'll enter their wow, I'm switching gears. When they sign up into their client profile, they have to sign a contract.
Gotcha.
So I'll show you guys.
Let's do it.
All right. So I got La Russell Good Company.
I love it.
It's different.
Come on now.
Yeah. So I'm gonna send them the welcome email. Oh man.
Oh, because of the API isn't set up?
Yeah.
Okay, it's all right.
So I send the welcome email. They'll receive a welcome email. Let's see. Let's invite. Okay. Never mind. So they'll receive a welcome email. Once they receive the welcome email, then they'll have a contract that they sign, which is the contract that you saw right there. And then once that's done, you can access their account.
Okay.
Let me open up Knit.
By the way, brother, you got some famous clients I ain't know about, brother. You got some very famous clients I ain't know about, brother.
Yeah, man. Rest in peace, Knit.
Rest in peace.
Knit. Okay, let me find a client that actually has some data. I really wanted to spend some time on this one, though. This one is, open up Janae. All right, so Janae is similar to the DIY. So you guys are already familiar with this.
Right.
But in this regard, this is the client. Let me put her personal information in here. Address. Y'all see Los Angeles all the time because I'm from California.
Bro, we hear the accent. We know you from California.
Yeah. And again, this information is going to automatically get included into their documents, as you guys already know.
Got you.
Click birth date, find the birth date. All right, cool. That's showing up right there. And put her. She already has a credit report in there. She has her client credit report, dispute. Let's see her dispute letter track. She already has some dispute letters already generated. Oh, the 30-day report. I didn't talk about this inside of the DIY side, but on the business side as well.
Talk to me.
It shows like what's disputed in this round, what was removed, what was updated, what was changed. So every 30 days.
So just giving us the updates of the work we've done thus far.
Exactly. So the next credit report that you import, you'll see the changes.
Gotcha.
Right. All right. Let's go here. Go back to dashboard. Oh man. Cool. So you send your welcome registration email here. You can see your client portal link here.
Gotcha.
This is your client portal link right there. So once you create it, you essentially low-key have a gray label. So your logo shows up for your client. Your emails are from you, from your email address. So it's not Credit Fixer. So
gotcha.
Yeah, man, it's really, 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 really nice software for businesses.
Beautiful.
One of the things that I did add recently is a client pipeline.
Talk to us a little bit about that and why that's important.
Man, so processing your clients is very, very important, and keeping track of like where your clients are is very important. And so that's one of the things that, I got feedback from the business users. It's like, hey man, how can we, track, our clients? How can we, keep track of like where they are and stuff? So I was like, let me create a pipeline. And essentially what that does is if I open up another tab and show the dashboard again, you see that some users have round statuses and others don't. That means that they're either not being worked on yet, or they're either not being worked on.
Gotcha.
Yep. So let me bring this back here. Let me go here. Now let's add LaRussell in here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's find him. He's not showing up right there. Let's add him. Let's find him. Russell right there. Russell Good Company. Save the pipeline. Now these pipelines. Now he's in here. Let's move him to pre-dispute round.
Mm-hmm.
Now notice that LaRussell is assigned to business owner.
Mm-hmm.
Now if I go here, you can see I'm the owner. This is the owner of the account. I can assign LaRussell to a team member.
Got you. So if I have people within my company, which I should,
Yep.
that are also helping me to deal with these clients, Marvin Francois is not the one dealing with it. I'm gonna go ahead and give it to John, Sally, Anderson, whoever it is that's working under me.
Absolutely.
Got you.
And a lot of people are using VAs now to actually run their credit repair companies.
Correct.
So in Credit Fixer, you can add up to 3 VAs.
Very dope.
Yep.
Very, very dope.
And so I just assigned it to member 55.
Mm-hmm.
If I go back to pipelines, let's find LaRussell. Let me actually refresh this. Assigned to member 5.
Mm-hmm.
Let me open it up. Now, this is very convenient because you can set due dates. You can shift them to different rounds in here. You can also leave notes like, hey, VA, please, and I'm speaking from the business owner perspective. Right. Please begin the pre-dispute round for this client.
Mm-hmm.
Round. Right. Save note. Now this activity keeps track of all of the notes when the user was added to each pipeline, each round. It keeps track of everything, but also it keeps track of all the dispute activity as well.
Gotcha.
So, and then from a high level, you know all the notes that are there and everything. So let's go to Kobe Bryant.
Mm-hmm.
Rest in peace, Kobe.
Rest in peace, Kobe.
Yep. It's loading the activity, but you see all of the disputes. It keeps track of everything.
From top to bottom.
From top to bottom. It knows exactly when you mailed out the dispute letter as well. So none of these have been mailed out yet. I just know when they were created. This one was mailed out on Wednesday, April 26, 2023. All right. Oh, let me go back here because I want to see the activity. Oh, you got a lot of activity, so it's loading. But it'll show all the notes. And so you can just kind of keep track of everything. So that's what I'm trying to point out here.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. So that's client pipelines. Oh my God. Damn, that just made me think of something, man. Because if you notice, I'm showing Connectly right here.
Mm-hmm.
All my so I created an API where if you have any automation software like Go High Level, you can connect Credit Fixer to Go High Level.
Gotcha.
So anytime you add a client in here, they'll get added to a Go High Level white label, and you can process them there as well. Beautiful. So let's put
you need a name?
Yeah, give me
John Cena.
John Cena.
Yeah.
John Cena. All right. J Cena. Email. All right. You can assign the client to one of your team members off rip as well. Right. Click submit. Boom. Now John Cena, if all went well, he got added in here. There we go. Boom.
That's beautiful.
Come on, man.
So now you can track them from both platforms.
That part.
Come on now.
And that's just adding them this way. Now, let's say, for instance, inside of here, I set up an API access token to where, let's say, for instance, you set up ads or emails within the automation software. You can actually, all the users that get added into that or that agree or fill out that form, they'll get added into Credit Fixer. Man, I'm just warming up. I'm just warming up with Credit Fixer. This is with no funding.
No funding.
All the money, man. I bootstrapped this thing myself with my money.
You sure you're not on here on behalf of it? This is you.
This is me, 100% me. Bootstrapped it myself with my own money.
I'm sweating.
I didn't probably spend almost $500,000 doing this myself over the last 4 years, day and night, up at getting off work, staying up till like 2 a.m., doing it all over for 2 years straight.
Crazy.
Man, you're not dealing with somebody that hasn't put no work in. Blood, sweat, tears, man.
This is crazy, man.
Man.
Listen.
I'm a job description. Let me tell you what this work about.
Come on, bro. Listen. We just unpacked a lot on this episode.
Yeah, man.
And there's somebody who's watching this episode right now. As we begin, have you? Well, first off, before I even say that, have you covered everything on the business side, or is it still?
It's similar to how you add, invite family members. You can invite your team members. I just
Got
want
you.
to point that out.
Let's do it. Let's talk about it.
Well, I mean, we kind of already did it.
Got you.
On the DIY side.
Mhm.
So that's that. Let's see.
And now hold on. The one thing I definitely have not access. The one question I didn't get a chance to ask on the can we collect payment through? I know the answer to this question is going to be one of three things. It's either going to be yes, no, or not. No, it's either going to be yes or not yet. Can I collect payment through Credit Fixer for my credit repair company?
My guy Marvin on it. Not yet.
There you go. Come on, see, I knew it. There you go. Ain't no with Credit Fixer, man.
Part.
Can I do my taxes through credit? Not yet.
I can do anything.
I can do anything,
like
bro.
that
Let's
Diddy
go.
moment. I can do anything.
Come on now.
Who gonna stop me?
But now, but we can't collect payment through it yet. But you are working on that.
Yeah, I'm definitely working on it.
Beautiful. Okay, got you. But that pretty much encompasses what comes with the business side of Credit Fixer, correct?
Right. Yeah.
So now, we first and foremost, thank you. Like I
It's
said
an
at the
honor.
top,
It's an honor, bro.
No, it's an honor for me, and I say that because this is the first time we've done this on my platform, on this show, and I created this show with the simple mindset of how can I consistently set the bar higher. I want people, like I said, I said it jokingly, but I'm serious.
Mm-hmm.
I want people to watch every episode that I do of the show and be upset that I'm giving this information away for free.
Yeah.
Like that's how much value I'm providing. What you just did for a platform that you built, and I really want to take time to make sure that people at home understand this. This is you.
Yes.
Without funding, and you just said it, without funding,
Uh-huh.
this is not somebody else's software that you took and now you repackage as your own.
Nope.
This is 100% Kabir Muhammad's platform that he built from the ground up over the course of several years, late nights, early mornings, no sleep, grinding, and built this. And it's not even done yet.
Not even done.
And if you did nothing else to this, the way it's set up right now, this in and of itself is game changing, and you're still continuing to push the envelope.
Yeah.
This episode in and of itself, just from what you've unpacked here and it's still going, is legendary. I'm not just saying that because it sounds good. I'm saying it because it's the truth and because I know for the people who are watching on the other side of the screen what this can do for so many consumers out there. Because like you said, man, there's a lot of people, 1,500, 2,000, 3,000 to all these different credit repair companies. Nothing. No results, no Nathaniel. You understand? You mean to tell me that for $50 a month, I could come here and get all this value, whether I want to do Metro, I don't got to pay for GAs. I'm going to be able to do live notarizations of affidavits of truth, pre-disputes, all that. Like there's so much value in here to where it doesn't even make sense. You understand? Like, so I appreciate you. I'm very thankful that you decided to come on here and bless the audience with this. And as we kind of get ready to kind of just wrap this thing up, tell the people remind the people where they can go ahead and get tapped into this software and how they can get tapped in with you as well.
Yes, man. You can go to www.creditfixer.com. That's credit FIXRR.
Got you.
Don't get confused. Credit FIXRR.com.
There you go.
Right. Oh man, sign up for our Credit Fixer Challenge, 14-day challenge. Sign up for Credit Fixer Academy. We're gonna have some of the best, instructors from arbitration, consumer law, Metro 2, and factual disputing. So, man, we're gonna do it real big. So follow us at Credit Fixer, all platforms, and yeah, man.
There you go. And the link for the Credit Fixer platform is going to be in the description of this episode. So it's going to be right there. You don't even got to type nothing in. Just go in the description. It's going to be there. I want to ask you, because you just mentioned that you got an academy, you got a challenge. What made you want to do what made you want to create the academy and create the challenge? Talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, man. Like I said earlier in the conversation, like the knowledge part is the most essential part to this whole thing.
Right.
That's what I value the most, is just empowering people with the knowledge, because a lot of us, we can fix our own credit and then we wind up back here and we still don't know what to do. We pay somebody, we don't know what to do. And I'm a firm believer in, I believe in people. I believe in us. I believe in myself. And I think that, the world is better when we look in the mirror and we like, yeah, I'm that guy. I'm that girl. I'm that woman. I'm that man. I got this. And that's what I want to see. And so, giving people that knowledge is the most important thing. And I've really taken my time with it. I've been telling people I was gonna put it out, but it just wasn't the right time because, I wanted to be right. I value it's so essential. So
there you go. Now, for the people that may be looking to join the Credit Fixer Academy and also join the Credit Fixer Challenge, and by the time this video drops, both those things will be live. I don't know if we'll probably drop a link in the description. We'll work that. If check the description, because it'll probably be there. But for those people that are looking to tap into the challenge, into the academy, and even to the Facebook group, right? I want you to answer this question for me so that we can close this thing out the right way, right? If you're watching this episode, you should not join the Credit Fixer Academy or the Credit Fixer Challenge if blank. Take your time with it, brother.
Whew, that's heavy. You should not. Whew, man, you got me stuck on that one.
Come on now.
You should not.
You should not. Don't come on this link. You better not come in this academy if blank. Don't come on this challenge if blank.
If you don't want to change the plight of yourself and your family, if you don't want to change your financial situation, if you don't want to be better, if you don't want to be empowered, if you don't want to be, the best you,
There you go.
Yeah.
That's it.
Don't come this way. If you don't want to be better, don't even come this way.
Don't even leave this man
Stay
alone.
where you
Y'all
at.
see what he's doing with the platform. All right, in 4 years, you're gonna be able to make breakfast on this mug. You better leave this man alone. You understand? But no, in all seriousness, my brother, I appreciate you greatly. What you're doing here, like I said, I don't say it because it sounds good. I say it because the truth is legendary. And I would have been remiss if I didn't have you come on this platform and show this people. So thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you for your information, your resources. And thank you to everyone that's watching at home for tapping in into this amazing, amazing episode that we put together. And if you haven't already, what are you doing? You already know the drill. Listen, take a second, take a minute, take an hour out of your day right here, right now. Just go ahead, show this episode some love. As always, I'm Marvin Francois. This is Kabir Muhammad. Y'all have been good. We've been great. This has been amazing. As always, thank you. And God bless. We're out. Peace.